Lesson 6, Sigma Notation. The Greek letter sigma is used to signify a sum. You can write limits on the top and bottom to show which terms are being summed. You could write one like this. The sum, sigma, from r equals 1 to 5 of 2r minus 3, substitute r from the beginning to the end. So it would be minus 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, which is 15. If you have the sum from 3 to 7 of 5 times 2 to the r, it would be 40 plus 80 plus 160 plus 320 plus 640, which would be 1240. You need to look carefully at the limits because the lower limit might not always start at 1. You should already know some standard results. The sum from 1 to n of 1 is n, because it would be the same thing as 1 plus 1 plus 1 and n times, an n number of times, which would just be n. And the sum from 1 to n of r is n times n plus 1 over 2. Let's do an example. Let's calculate the sum from 1 to 20 of 4r plus 1. If we expand this, we can see that it's equal to 5 plus 9 plus 13 all the way to 81. We know the first term a is equal to 5, the common difference is equal to 4, and the number of terms is going to be 20. So using s, the sum equals n over 2 times 2a plus n minus 1d. We can substitute these values, so s of 20 equals 20 over 2 times 2 times 5 plus 20 minus 1 times 4, which is equal to 10 times 10 plus 19 times 4, which is 10 times 86, which is 860. Let's do one last example. Let's find the values of a, the sum from 1 to 12 of 5 times 3 to the k minus 1, and the sum from 5 to 12, 5 not 1, of 3 times 3, 5 times 3 to the k minus 1. For part A, if we expand the sum from k equals 1 to 5 of 5 times 3 to the k minus 1, we get 5 plus 15 plus 45, and so on. That should be 12, sorry. We can see the first term here is 5, the common ratio is 3, and the number of terms is 12. So using Sn equals a times r to the n minus 1 over r minus 1, we can get s of 12 equals 5 times 3 to the 12 minus 1 over 3 minus 1, which is 1328600, 1,328,600. For part B, the sum from 5 to 12 is equal to the sum from k equals 1 to 12 of 5 times 3 to the k minus 1 minus the sum from k equals 1 to 4, because that will be the sum from 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 12, and this is just the sum from 1 to 4. So the 1 to 4 terms will cancel out and you'll just be left with the 5 to 12. So this, we already know from the first part, is 1,328,600. But now for this, we can use the sum that we just had, s of 4 equals 5 times 3 to the 4 minus 1 over 3 minus 1, which is 200. So the sum from k equals 5 to 12 of 5 times 3 to the k minus 1 will be equal to 1,328,600 minus 200, which is 1,328,400. And that is it.